We have 7 speakers for the day, and they have come up with thoughtful topics related to engineering. And I welcome all the gathering to listen to this insightful lectures. With utmost respect, I welcome Dr. S. Shankar, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, who has 7 publications and around 75 consultancy projects from 2013 till date. Today he will be presenting one of the most significant topic, especially in Indian context. The topic is titled Low Volume Rural Roads, Lifeline for Indian Villages. I welcome Sir.
చేయకూడదు తీసేసే అబ్బా అక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలా పైకి వెళ్ళాలి ఇక్కడే ఉంటా పెట్టుకో తొందరగా Okay. Good evening to all. Good evening to my teachers, engineers, and my dear students. I take this honor and privilege to present a talk on the low volume rural roads on the day of Engineers Day. So this is my bread and butter, the low volume rural roads. So most of the PA Panchayat Raj Engineering Department as well as R&B Engineering departments are there, who we are working with them in the last 20 years with them in the field. This topic is supposed to be a 1 semester coursework for me, but the given timing for is 10 minutes. I will not take much time. I will just briefly tell about what is the need of the rural road in this country, what was the intention, what is the present day where we stand, and what is the way forward that we need to take in the country, in a developing country like India. Sir, if at all is there anything to be written in the golden words in the Indian history, as far as the rural road is concerned, we have to demarcate about the year 2000 millennium. Because 1947, 2022, 75 years of independence. So 2000 is the landmark for the civil engineers, especially the transportation engineers, because before the 2000 year, 1947 to 2000, the rural roads nomenclature that we use in India, in developed countries, people use normally called in low volume roads. Usually the low volume roads are the rural roads. There were no design guidelines, no specifications, just earthen cart roads. It's a gravel earthen cart roads. In old days, our parents want to travel from one place to one village to another village by walk, go through a earthen track. That is only things. Thanks to the late visionary, the Prime Minister of the country, the late Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, such a great visionary who thought that a country like this should have at least an accessibility. Whereas the national highways, the states highway meant for a mobility, Mobility is the movement of the people, whereas accessibility is the interaction of the people. So that is a aim motto. Then they started developing this rural roads. Then when I was doing my PhD, Professor Ramnabur sir used to always ask, Shankar, tell me what is the difference between the high volume and the low volume road? Where do you draw a hard line? So after searching few literatures and all the things, I was not, and I was telling, he was not able to feel happy. So finally I found an answer. I'll share with you what are the things. So in this contest, I'll speak in the three issues. What is the low volume roads background, issues and challenges, and what is the summary and way forward. Sir, this is a statement that I written by me. Everything that sustains us, grown, mining, drilling, education, or my day-to-day life starts at my low volume roads or rural roads. Okay. So we must be very proud that today India is the second largest country in the world, which is having 5.68 as of today, which is second, first after the USA. USA is having about 6.5. But if you ask somebody who is the richest country, people said USA. But if you ask me as the road infrastructure is concerned, yes, India is the richest, because a developed country like US, they are having their rural roads, 80% of their rural roads are the gravel roads. But somehow, for our mentality, it means road means you take it is in a black topped. Even if you construct a good gravel road, society is not going to accept that. That is a fact that the few engineers also face. So 80% of my rural roads are black top roads. 80% of road are black top roads. So if you can see this, out of this national highways position is this, state highway, other district roads. As on today, about 7 lakhs kilometer of rural roads has been constructed in the country. You go to any country, definitely each and every village got a connectivity of these things. So if you look at across the globe, there exists about the 34 million kilometer of road network, that is equal to around the circling the highway more than 800 times. That is the kind of a road network that is existing across the face of the earth. And I was just going through how the evolution of the low volume roads. It is not the today we are talking from the 1947, the different various 5-year plans across in India, in general and particularly in developed countries. Lot of efforts have been put to talk about this low volume roads. But till 2000 year, no scientific guidelines, no design procedures, no manuals, nothing was available. It was just based upon the experience of the engineers, ad hocism, high judgment of the engineers, design or maintenance or construction of these roads. First kind of the book which was released by the Indian Road Congress, like in a Bible, is IRCSP 2002 Rural Road Manual, which talks about the planning, design, construction, maintenance and evaluation aspect, all those things. That is the first. Then after, today we have in the country, sound knowledge is available on the design, performance, evaluation of this category of the roads. Instead of calling a rural roads, I feel myself tempted, I will call it as a rural highways. It's not a rural road. So this is the evolution that has been happened over the period of time from the 1975 and to the 2000 year. So what is a rural road? I normally whenever I go, I will ask, sir, what is rural road? What is low volume road? So rural roads are low volume road. In Indian nomenclature, we call village road plus ODRs, VR plus ODRs. Other district roads together is a rural road. So what is the purpose it is? Village road purpose is that the farmer must find some way to transport his agricultural product from the lowest category to the next market center. ODR will lead to the next higher category of the road. That is the road. So these rural roads definitions, what is the where do you draw? The name itself low volume, one thing is low volume. But across the nation from the literature, if you see universally, there is no accepted definition. It varies from the country to country, agency to agency, researchers to researchers, within the state to state. But for the purpose of the geometric design, for the purpose of the construction, across the globe, 70 to 85% of the road network accepted that 400 vehicles per day is an acceptable definition for the low volume road. Again the question, what is the rationality behind accepting this 400 vehicles per day? It means that it is based upon the scientific study, they said that the peak hour low volume rural road traffic, low volume rural traffic is about the 15% of the daily traffic in the urban area. So 400 of 15% is 60, means 60 vehicles per hour. If you further translate it, 1 vehicle per minute. Now, the engineers were there, just recall us in the rural area, what is the traffic on the road? Are we getting 60 vehicles per minute? 1 vehicle per minute? Obviously no. Hardly we are getting for a 1 school bus, 1 truck or a 1 cycles or motor rickshaw like this. So, that is the rationality started working with the this. So, these are the different definitions that I have been revised. And Indian definition, what is the Indian definition? As of now, IRCSP 72 2015 says that a road which carries more than 2 million standard axles is called as a rural road. So, there is a 2 types of the road, high volume road is the low volume roads. High volume road is the national highways, state highways, expressways, where the design guidelines is completely different, where the design line is completely different. Because one size shirt cannot fit for everyone. I have to stitch my cycle to my size and requirement. That is what the low volume roads, high volume road demarcation, the design principles comes into the differentiation. In the world, I can say the PM just by having this kind of an information, citizen chart information, cross sectional details, every details of this